experiences as therapeutic recreation students, we have learned that defining our field of study is not always easy. We thought it would be interesting to talk to some people in our campus community and see what they know and understand about TR.
Yes, I've heard of therapeutic recreation.
I really haven't heard of it.
So I have heard of therapeutic recreation before.
Okay, well, I have heard about TR. I've known about it for like around a year because I'm in TR right now. I'm in first year. So I know TR is a fairly growing profession. It's being used in many different settings.
I know it's a helping profession, it's a service profession. It's far-reaching in its application in terms of the populations that TR practitioners work in.
I know it's just a profession.
So from my understanding, the profession is people who go out and facilitate programming and activities for different individuals, and these programs are based around leisure and recreation, and they're improving the quality of life.
So TR has so many different benefits. TR helps people on their individual level, foster like a sense of community, as well as strengthen communities and bring individuals together.
I would assume it's similar to any kind of therapy.
It increases your quality of life, it increases your mental wellness.
You know, the overall enhancement and quality of well-being, both physical and mental, subjective well-being. It can help clients achieve the goals that they're looking to achieve in a variety of ways, and utilizing their own leisure interests in that pursuit.
From my professional experience, I've actually worked in an organization that uses therapeutic recreation. It was a nonprofit organization about inclusive communities, and I've also seen it in hospitals, in old age home facilities.
I would guess it would be something in like old person homes, retirement homes.
The educational setting, elementary, middle school, high school, I know with elderly populations as well, in long-term care homes.
Like community-based settings, so for example, medical settings like hospitals or clinics, or even retirement homes and nursing homes with children with special needs.
If you could name a context, you could probably say that there's a TR influence in it somehow. So, yeah.
Therapeutic recreation is commonly referred to as TR.
TR has many governing bodies, such as Therapeutic Recreation Ontario and the Canadian and American Therapeutic Recreation Associations.
And they all have their own definition as to what TR is.
TRO's definition includes terms such as functional intervention, persons with limitations, and an overarching goal of functioning independently. Meanwhile, CTRA's definition includes terms like defining TR as a healthcare profession with hopes of individuals reaching their highest level of independence and quality of life. Finally, ATRA's definition is including terms like systematic process, activity-based interventions, disabling conditions with goals of recovery.
Many of these definitions overlap regarding their focus on people and recreation use for different purposes, but all are seen equally in the field.
The organization's definitions of TR also include some guidelines for those who are recreation therapists or therapeutic recreation specialists in terms of ethical work.
Each TR facility or program usually has its own take on what TR is in society and what planning is required.
Therefore, it's very hard to define TR in a general sense.
This allows for creativity, diversity, and openness for TRs to practice in a way they feel comfortable with.
Is it possible to have a final definition of TR since they work with so many diverse populations and locations?
Therapeutic recreation often receives criticism for being unable to clearly articulate its purpose and what exactly it does as a profession. This can create a lot of confusion, ultimately resulting in a lack of awareness and understanding of just how diverse and beneficial therapeutic recreation can be.
As you watch this video, we encourage you to consider the following. Do definitions of TR need to be reevaluated? What, if anything, becomes lost when we try to define TR? And is TR something that can even be defined?
Welcome back to Let's Reflect on Therapeutic Rec. The locations previously highlighted by the professionals in the TR field show only a small snapshot of the diversity within TR and its reach. TR is also practiced and used in the following settings. Therapeutic recreation, TR, can be found in many different settings and populations. Although some are more well known than others, our hope is to cover as many settings in which TR is present and the different populations that use it. Within the hospital setting, TR is present within many different population groups and settings. TR can be found in both inpatient and outpatient units for many different sectors within healthcare. Populations in which TR is practiced are forensics, acute care, concurrent disorders, alternative level of care, ALC, geriatrics, pediatrics, stroke day programs, and falls prevention programs.
Yeah, and TR is even more specified within each of these settings, for example. Therapeutic recreation, TR, is practiced in children's treatment centers, development centers, such as Holland Bloorview, Grandview Kids Center, Kidsability, and many more. Within this setting, children may either be a participant in one of the outpatient day programs or maybe in the inpatient program for treatment. Having specific programs for children and youth will allow TRs to specialize and focus on this in population.
Also, a population/location that TR is very popular in is in rehab, mental health, and addiction centers. Within these centers, TR is offered as a service to help educate on leisure services, help integrate individuals back into the community, and reach life skills and teach life skills in coping, cooking, etc. TR is valued in these centers as a means for stress relief, enjoyment, and social interactions with other clients. Within settings such as the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, oftentimes programs are made optional or voluntary, depending on what the client may choose to partake in.
Not only mental health, but also correctional facilities or probation programs in jails or reintegration centers. They also have TR integrated within the facilities or centers.
So as Leslie said, TR is also used in the jails and correctional facilities, but it's also really popular within veterans care. These individuals have experienced traumatic events in possibly unstable environments where their physical, emotional, and psychological well-being are tested, whether that's through war or even just through experience of peacekeeping missions. A huge aspect that most fields do not focus on is a transition back into community after these experiences. Community integration is imperative for a successful treatment, as individuals need some facilities to help get back into the world they used to know after seeing other aspects of the world. Within veterans care, you can also focus on older adult care of veterans who once served in the war and are now living their years out. An example, this is the Veteran Center at Sunnybrook.
Yeah, even in palliative care, hospice, and respite care, TR is incorporated through end-of-life care, chronic disease care. It can also be seen as TR specialists coming into homes. An example of this form of TR is Jackson TR. Within this setting, you may also see nurses and other practitioners who work using TR techniques and skills to provide the most holistic treatment available.
Yeah, and people often confuse long-term care with end-of-life care when they're sometimes separate. So within long-term care homes, therapeutic recreation is highly valued. TRs work with residents every day through small and large group programs. There's programs such as reminiscence therapy, brain aerobics, current events, baking groups, cooking therapy, fine dining groups, music therapy, art therapy, Montessori, snoozling, and many other activities. Within long-term care, there are several client populations and units within it, so it can be even more specialized than just long-term care in general.
Therapeutic recreation is also practiced in a variety of community settings, in community centers, not-for-profit organizations, and organized sports clubs or teams. Recreation therapists specifically work to develop tailored programming for at-risk youth, people with mental health issues, marginalized populations, and isolated older adults within our community. The possibilities of therapeutic recreation in the community are very diverse, and each therapeutic recreation specialist has the ability and the opportunity to explore their own area of interest or passion within the community. They're able to apply for grants or funding to develop programs unique to their area of interest.
As you can probably tell, TR has the potential to impact a variety of populations and is practiced in diverse settings. TR is also used in everyone's personal life as a way of exploring themselves through leisure.
Yeah, Victoria. And although we've highlighted several locations and populations, there are others that we wanted to briefly list before jumping into the benefits and limitations of all these awesome programs. TR is also practiced in camps, not-for-profit organizations, rehabilitation centers, for first responders treatment centers, natural outdoor settings, educational settings.
Now we are going to talk about the benefits and limitations of TR. What better way than to hear it from a family who has been directly impacted of rec therapy? How has recreational therapy benefited the boys?
Recreational therapy has positively impacted the boys in various ways. I think the big thing certainly is their overall quality of life and really getting them out into the community, being part of a team, making friends. So really with those social interactions, we've really seen a big change in a lot of self-regulation for both of them. And I think another big thing in the case with the boys is just being able to work in a lot of those, sort of integrate a lot of those therapy goals in a fun way where it doesn't really feel like we're working on therapy. So for example, horseback riding, for a long time Jackson would lay down on the horse and we're able to get him, slowly to sort of sit up and work on that core strength. Bike riding, playing soccer, indoor soccer, sort of strengthening legs, that kind of thing. So just really working in a lot of those goals in a way that the boys were still enjoying themselves. And yeah, I think really the biggest thing is certainly just that overall quality of life. We all want hobbies and we all want to have those things that we do just solely for enjoyment, and that's really our biggest, I guess, goal with the boys and recreational therapy, and it really has shown that it's had that impact on both of them.
Like Renee's sons, it was found that therapeutic recreation provided a positive quality of life for individuals with disabilities with adding adaptive procedures, as it provides for further inclusion among peers without disabilities. Not only is therapeutic recreation beneficial for children, but it is also beneficial for individuals with mental health. It was found that participating in a recreational activity provided 45.7% of individuals an increase in self-esteem and flow, 34.3% of individuals with a sense of accomplishment, 34.3% of individuals with an increase in self-confidence, and 25.7% of individuals an increased ability to cope. Another barrier in recreational therapy is in terms of hiring knowledgeable staff members. Research has shown that there are insufficient funds to hire individuals who specialize in recreational therapy for people with disabilities, as the job can be performed without having this knowledge, but it won't be performed sufficiently.
Now that we have seen the benefits and limitations that TR provides to its clients, let's take a look at how it benefits the TR practitioner themselves. The following interview was conducted by Mariam Niaz, a recreational therapist at the Center for Addiction and Mental Health on a forensic general unit. How has working as a recreational therapist impacted your own personal well-being?
I once heard the saying, emotion is in motion, which I never quite understood the meaning of until I started working as a recreational therapist. I took the saying as being a recreational therapist means you are a facilitator of fun, and you can't really fake it. And in order to do that to the best of your ability, you have to make sure you take care of yourself first. Being a recreational therapist is an active job and requires high energy on my part. I ensure that I put self-care as a priority, otherwise I will not be able to function to the best of my ability and will not have the capacity to encourage clients to participate in recreational programs and activities.
How has working in a team of 2 recreational therapists been beneficial, rather than working as an individual?
Working in a team of 2 is quite helpful as there's always a lot happening on the unit. One benefit is it allows us to focus on clients at a more individual level based on their interests and requirements. They always say 2 minds are better than 1, and this saying is true for myself and the other RT as we often share ideas and try different programming. We also get to bring our different cultures and experiences to the unit. I seem to always be coming up with ideas for different programs and outings, and Bobby is really great at connecting them with resources in order to bring those ideas to life and make them happen. An example of this was when I wanted to try a campfire outing but had never done the campfire myself, so I asked Bobby to come along to help me light the fire. With being an RT on a forensic unit, we are limited to how many clients we can take off the unit, as there are strict client-to-staff ratios that we have to follow, so having a second RT allows us to bring more clients to different outings and programming.
What are some of the limitations you've encountered being a recreational therapist who works on an inpatient hospital floor?
Being an RT on an inpatient forensic unit of a mental health hospital makes it quite challenging to have high participation rates in our different programs. There are a variety of different things that would make our client unable to attend programs, such as having different medical appointments or meetings with their psychiatrist or other staff members. These always seem to take priority over the recreational programs. As well as, sometimes our clients' passes are being held due to something that happened on the unit, high risk factors for specific programs, or their overall mental status for that day does not allow them to be a participant. This really limits us as to the range of programming that we can provide to our clients.
Now we will look at how therapeutic recreation benefits other healthcare professionals. By knowing and understanding the services that other healthcare providers offer, we can better serve our patients in an interprofessional team. Interprofessional teams can provide the best care, the most efficient rehab process, and allow the right person to deliver care. Our team will treat clients as a whole rather than focusing only on their disability. TR practitioners can help facilitate recovery and community integration through recreation and leisure. TR practitioners can provide preventative measures for chronic disease management by promoting meaningful, physically active recreation and leisure. A multidisciplinary team can help patients find meaning in illness and purpose in life with a positive outlook to life and/or afterlife. It is not merely the delivery of care that matters, but it also includes the heart and the spirit. Therapeutic practitioners can benefit clients in their leisure goals individually, in a team, or as part of an interprofessional team.
We hope that in watching this video, you have come to a better understanding of the breadth and depth of what TR is. Attempting to capture everything that TR can be in one definition certainly seems next to impossible given its diverse nature. Arai, Burberry, and Dupuis state that no single way of doing TR should be privileged over another. However, in trying to define TR, we inadvertently give privilege to certain ways of practice, values, and outcomes with the language we use.
As TR continues to examine its purpose, it is imperative that we focus less on trying to enclose the profession within the confines of a definition. Instead, we encourage TR practitioners to continuously reimagine and look for opportunities where TR can grow in order to represent itself as an inclusive, socially just, and ever-evolving field that seeks to enhance quality of life and meaningful relationship wherever possible.
Growth finds its place in philosophy, which calls us to openly reflect on our values and beliefs. Through reflection and critical awareness, we are able to create spaces for change and transformation to take place. O'Keefe suggests that it may be easier to understand philosophy when framed in stories. Not only must we devote time to examining our own stories, but we must also invest in understanding the contexts and stories of others. Here we can begin to recognize the ways that we can support the continued development of meaning in the lives of others. Using philosophy as a guide to navigate the diverse essence of TR also provides us with an opportunity to weave our individual stories together, to give strength and voice to those who may become marginalized or lost within our attempts to define TR. With this in mind, we have begun to examine and reflect on our own philosophies of TR and the role they will play in our future practice.